Welcome to the Contrarians, and tonight we are going to take a look at our top 10 Yes tracks. And yes, of course, Rand is here. We're all here. Let's do it. Top 10 Yes tracks. Let's go. Welcome to the Contrarians and to this is another great topic. I think probably during this show that Rand Kelly may have a meltdown because, of course, we're talking about his all-time favorite band of all time, Yes. And we are going to go around and do our top 10 favorite Yes tracks. Now, keep an eye on Rand because he could just fall over or faint. You just never know. So keep an eye on him because keep your eyes focused, kids. We do want to hear what your top 10 Yes tracks are in the comments section. And a lot of those should come from drama, but that's just me. Anyway, leave a comment down below. We do want to hear from you. Look at this panel though, kids. We've got Rich. Look at Tim Durling's showing up for this one. We got Bill. Of course, we've got Rand, who's all worked up. And then Martin's gracing our presence too. So anyway, we do want to hear from you in the chat. We're going to go 5 and 5, and I'm going to go as I see it. I am going to go Rich. I'm going to go Tim, Bill, Rand, Martin, and we'll loop around. Well, it doesn't make sense because I'll go last. That's fine. Just go ahead. Rich, take it away. Welcome to the show. Nice to see you once again.
Thanks. Good to be here. Yeah, my top 10 are only going to come from 4 albums. And I'm going to go album by album. And my first 3 are from the Yes album, and that's all of side 1.
This is going to go quickly.
Yours is No Disgrace, which, I think is incredible. And that's a song that they couldn't have done with Peter Banks. It's like Steve Howe, really... makes that song. And I also love that one melody, that da 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 da. I love that. I've always loved that. And I like what Steve Howe plays around that. And it's just a very cool song. And then Clap, which is listed as The Clap, and Steve Howe always hated that,
Yeah.
But I think it's a great acoustic guitar solo. And then, of course, Starship Trooper, which I don't know what else can be said about that song. It's just a freaking great Yes song. Then I'm going to move to Fragile and going to do Roundabout, which I still think is one of their greatest songs. I especially like that heavy riff, that da 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 da, that really heavy bass riff. I think that's really cool. And then South Side of the Sky. I like both the heavy verses for it. I really love John Anderson's vocal melody. And I like when he sings heavy music, he doesn't sound any different than when he sings mellow music. His voice he doesn't have like a heavy metal voice. He's just John Anderson. But yeah, I like both the verses and I like that instrumental section. Well, the section in the middle with the piano and the vocals and stuff. So anyhow, there are my first 5.
Sweet.
Rich, you are very efficient. I will give you that.
Thank you.
All right. I didn't see Rand freak out about any of those picks, so we're going to go over to Tim Durling. Tim, what's your first 5?
Oh, I'm going to make everybody mad. No, I don't think so. But I'm a relatively new Yes fan, so mine are from all over the place. But my first one, my number 10, is from this album. And it is Siberian Katru. Is that how you say that?
Siberian Katru.
The last song on the album. Always really liked that one. Another Yes album that I have a soft spot for. A lot of people don't like, but I like it. I'm going to go Don't Kill the Whale. I like some Tornado now and then. It's a little messy to listen to, but it doesn't matter. Then I'm going to go to the previous album. Going for the one for Parallels. Great rocking song from them, kind of forward thinking. Then I'm going to go to the album that I have called my favorite. I think, Grant, you're going to be quite happy.
I will be happy. Yes.
Does It Really Happen?
Fantastic.
da, 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 da. Love that.
I love that bass line for that song.
Oh, yeah.
He plays such a cool bass line.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
will say this: the drama. If you're looking for Chris Squire bass lines, one of the best Yes albums for Chris
Oh, yeah.
Squire bass lines. He was absolutely on fire. It's like, well, John Anderson's not here, but hey, we've got two of the Buggles here, so it seems like Yes was like refreshed. You know what I mean? Like a rebirth, because Chris Squire's all over that record.
Well, yeah,
And-
that song
There you
Doesn't
go.
Really Happen is a different kind of tune for Chris because he's using a Gibson Thunderbird for that, and it has a thumpy sound.
Yeah, it's a different sound than
Rick doesn't
yeah.
have. He used it again on re-release. He used it again on release.
And what did he use on Tempest Fugit? Go ahead, Rand.
The Electro Alvarez.
No, the Electra.
Alvarez made that, doesn't they?
No,
He said-
damn it, Rand, you failed me again.
It's an Electra.
It's an Electra outlaw bass.
Outlaw, and it's got onboard electronics,
Yes. All right.
phasing,
So
stuff like that.
Go ahead,
Eh,
Tim. I'm
no,
sorry.
that's all right. No, my number 6 is from this one, which is a little beaten up,
Dancing.
and it's Hold On. Song puts me in a good mood. What can I say?
I
Great
didn't know
record.
you could get that on a track.
That's the last one. Only if you were in Columbia House, but that's the last one.
Oh,
Well, that Pink Close to the Edge that you chose, that right at the beginning, I used to have that.
Yeah, I like those. Some of the Zeppelin ones I've got are pink too. Atlantic must have done that, but yeah,
Atlantic Pink, yeah.
yeah. So those are my first 5.
Golly, look
They
at
were
look,
easy to find.
yeah. Excellent, Tim. Excellent choices. My goodness. Top notch. All right, Bill Schuster. Now, Bill, I was trying to talk to you when my mic was off. What is happening with you? Are you turning blue, or are you?
I
What
went
is
on a date with
happening with
Smart
you?
Bet.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Schuster, ladies and gentlemen. So,
He's
Bill,
here
what
all
are
week.
your?
Truth be told, my wife was tired of me looking like Santa Claus, so she got a hold of me the other night and changed
The
things
things you do for
Oh.
love.
Like Robert
Wow.
Fripp.
Things you do for love. All
That's
right,
right.
Bill, what are your first 5 picks?
up. All right, I'm going to cheat right off the bat. I've got a cheat in this and in my top 5 also. But this cheat is not really Yes, but we all know it is. It's brother of mine, Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, Howe.
That's all Yes personnel.
Absolutely. This is
Yeah.
as Yes as anything else.
I accept that.
I don't know. This is kind of an odd pick that surprised me, but there's something I love the gong that opens it up, and then it spews the 70s all over the late 80s, and I think that's just an insane thing of beauty, especially the full length version. It has to be the full length version. So, all right, that one I don't have a physical copy of. This one though, it's a contender for my favorite cover song of all time. I think it's definitely my favorite Beatles cover of all time. That's right. Every Little Thing from the debut.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I knew Rand would get into that.
Best cover ever, Bill. Best cover ever.
Oh, yeah. That song just kills me. I love how Peter Banks throws in that little Day Tripper lick
Tripper.
in there. That is brilliant.
Peter
Just,
Banks, though, one of those guitar players that very underrated. If you listen
Absolutely.
to, oh my God,
He
that
gets lost
Flash
in Howard
stuff,
Shadow so much.
the guitar work on Flash. Well, actually, the guitar work on those Yes albums, fantastic, right, Rand?
Yeah, he's great. I love Peter Banks.
There you go.
Get that solo album, Two Sides of Peter Banks. Phenomenal.
I got that. Yeah. Yep.
All
Anyway,
right,
sorry, Bill.
all right.
Go ahead.
My number 8, this is just a short, simple, sweet song. It doesn't have the big bombast. It is, of course, Wondrous Stories.
Nice.
It's just,
Fantastic.
yeah, gorgeous tune. It doesn't require anything extra. All right, now I'm going to one of my top 2 favorite Yes albums, and this is another one of those that some people hate it. Tim's already shown this one, of course. But 90125.
Great record.
My first pick off of this is our song.
Yes. That's the best.
Yeah.
An ode to Toledo. What? Am I looking around for Jamie Farr? Hello, Corporal Klinger. Where are we here? What is Toledo doing in a Yes song? I
Toledo
don't care. I
go.
don't know. But it's just a fun song. It's just very active and energetic and just full of life. It showed, as you said, they'd been revived on drama. I think Trevor Rabin absolutely resuscitated some of these guys too with this album. And my next pick is also from 90125, and it's the closer, Hearts.
That's a good song.
The most classic Yes sounding song.
Yeah, I agree.
Just a gorgeous ending. And that's it. That's my first 5.
I'm going to throw this out there to the group. Have you guys heard any of the Rabbit albums with Trevor Rabin on them?
Nope.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I have. I just forget them. In fact, weirdly,
Duncan,
I was
I did
listening
an
to the
interview
Canadian Rabbit yesterday. The
Oh, did it?
WRABIT
yeah.
Rabbit. Yeah.
Oh, I used to have that on cassette, Martin.
I had Duncan from
Oh,
Rabbit
wait,
on the show the other day in the warehouse. You really need to check that stuff out because if you haven't heard it, it's very Beatlesque and very. It's quite different than what you would expect, but it's really good stuff. Anyway,
Cool.
Anyway, go ahead, Rand Kelly, the prog
that's
father.
me. Okay, so the first 5, huh?
First 5, Rand,
Last 5, I mean.
or whatever.
The underdog 5.
There are no underdogs in the S catalog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of songs that were never played live, I didn't get to see our song because when I saw the 90125 concert in San Francisco at Cal Palace, they didn't play our song. I was so bummed. But anyways, they never play the ones I want to hear. Anyways, speaking of never playing the ones I wanted to hear, the remembering on this, High the Memory, is my favorite song on here. And Grant knows it because I just sent him the keyboard part from the song.
Oh, I know. He sends me videos all the time.
I did my Rick Wakeman impression. On my
The worst
mini-
Rick Wakeman impression on the planet,
come
ladies and gentlemen,
on.
Rand Kelly.
I did my best on that, you know.
I know. I'm just
Anyways,
giving you
yeah,
crap.
this is a great song. And it also brought up the first time we ever heard the word relayer. And I looked it up in a dictionary back then, and it didn't even exist. So they just made that up,
Wow.
apparently. And
One
then-
who relays.
Yeah.
One who does
Relays.
relays. Come on, Rand.
Yeah.
And then the next one, speaking of relayer, of course, I'm going to choose my favorite song off of here called Sound Chaser.
Mm.
I love Sound Chaser. There was a trivia question the other day on Facebook. It said, what song does Steve Howe do an unaccompanied guitar solo for over 4 minutes? And I said, Sound Chaser. It had to be. But yeah, it's freaking nobody ever, not even Yes, did a song like Sound Chaser before Sound Chaser or after Sound Chaser. The song is so complex. A couple of years ago, they were talking about getting out there and doing the Relayer album, and the thing just went into fairy dust, and they ended up doing the Fragile tour because I think this song is too hard to play. I don't think they can pull it off.
Well, maybe not now.
But I don't know who to. I'm not blaming anybody. It's just that difficult of a song. They were listening to Mahavishnu Orchestra and Return to Forever or Weather Report and stuff like that. And that's why that album sounds that way. My next track is going to be Awaken from the Naked Butt album.
The Naked Butt album.
From
Going
Hemispheres.
for the one.
Yeah, that's what they originally wanted to call it.
Tim
Going
Durley
for the
for the
one album.
win.
I used to think that was Donovan because he opened up for him on the
Donovan's ass on the cover.
But it probably isn't. It's Hypnosis, right?
It's not
But anyways,
Donovan.
I love this album. This is the version to get. It's got all the bonus tracks and stuff on it. Real quick plug for A Turn of the Century on here. They actually play part of Chris Squire's Silently Falling for God knows what reason, but it's right in the middle of Turn of the Century. And the last one, I do believe, is going to be Perpetual Change and Years Is No Disgrace from the Yes album. This is where I started. This is the album that got me going on the band. This is a perfect album. Eddie offered did a great production job, and I love Bill Burford's playing on this album. He's so freaking good.
Yeah.
And I'm done.
All right, excellent. Rand Kelly, ladies and
Great.
gentlemen, he's available for autographs after the
I
show.
know my yes.
All right, let's throw it over to Mr. Popoff and get his first five. Martin, go ahead.
Okay, so in the number 10 position from this horrible album cover, but great album, beautifully recorded album by Eddie Offord. There's your gatefold. It's also very horrible. And the back cover is also horrible.
like
but,
it.
Starship
Rand loves
Trooper
it.
is not horrible. It's a huge, gorgeous, sort of epic song. It moves at sort of a slow burning, funky sort of pace. Again, just the instruments are captured beautifully for an album from 1971. Crazy, beautiful sounding production on that. Then we zoom way forward. Spoiler alert, I have no John Davison in here, but I've got Benoit David. Fly From Here. You don't need all of it. I mean, there's, what is it? 6 parts to this thing. The first part doesn't really count, overture, but I picked Fly From Here, part 1, We Can Fly, which has all the main elements that you need, especially that good chorus to this one. So it's just a song that's always stuck in my memory banks from that long clump of later records. So that's my number 9. Number 8, I've got Does It Really Happen from Drama or Drama. This might, I've always called Going for the One my favorite Yes album, but I think this might be my favorite Yes album. I just love the rhythm section. And again, the production on here, Chris Squire sounds so good. Everything is just crisp and powerful. And that song's hooky enough, and it's action oriented enough. It's pretty good. Next, I'm going with Wondrous Stories from Going for the One. And of course, we know it's wondrous with an E in there, which I've always found amusing, and not wondrous, because it's about wonder, I suppose, rather than the stories being wonderful, right? But good, ambitious acoustic ballad. There's a lot going on, a lot of cool production. I love when it picks up later and you've got sort of this swelling excitement to the song. Then we're going all the way back for Time in a Word, title track from Time in a Word, and 1970. And I've just always thought that was their first great chorus, where you've got just this elegant, almost religious cult, flowing saffron robes sort of chorus from the band. You know, the clouds are parting, the sun is coming through, illumination and all that. So, I think that's just an epic chorus in there. So that is my first 6. Got 5.
5. All right, cool.
Yep.
Martin Popoff, the man, the myth, the legend. All right.
You
All right.
know
So my first 5. Now, I love Drama. That's my favorite Yes album, but I didn't pick anything from it. I like it if we're going to break things down to individual tracks, well, maybe I'm not going to pick it as in tracks, but as an album, that's my favorite record. My number 10, but see, with Yes, it's so complicated. It's so hard to pick. I'm amazed that Rand Kelly could pick 10, because he would
was
normally
hard.
pick like
It was hard.
150. So anyway, my first 10, I'm going to go with I've Seen All Good People from the Yes album. It's folky, it's progressive. They're talking about chess, for God's sakes. The harmonies are incredible. It's accessible, but then it's creative, but then it's complex. Fantastic. And, it's Beatle related. So that came from the Yes album, 1971.
And they quote John Lennon twice.
Exactly. That's why I said it was Beatles related.
Nice.
So what's not to like? All right.
Yeah.
So my number 9. Now, you might have heard this track eons of times. This album, when I was a kid, I was buying all the Yes stuff when I was a kid, and this came out in 1983, and I just bought it, and I didn't think twice about it. But the track from 90125, I'm going to go with Owner of a Lonely Heart. You cannot deny the greatness of that track. That totally changed Yes. It totally put them into another atmosphere, another dimension. But it's a big commercial hit. It's got synth pop, but it still has prog roots. and the work that Trevor Rabin brought to that band, Trevor Rabin reinvented Yes. Just I'm gonna leave it there. Whether you like it or you don't. Number 8, I'm gonna go with Gates of Delirium from Relayer. 21-minute epic. It's a beautiful track. Great storytelling. It's Yes doing what Yes does best. I think it's fantastic. Siberian Katru, number 7. Tim Derling, you mentioned that, correct? That was you, right? Yep. Rhythmic, textured, the guitar work, and the way the band interacts on here. Fantastic guitar work from Steve Howe, bass playing from Chris Squire. The band is on fire on Close to the Edge. Probably their greatest record. Rand would agree with that. But great track. Number 6, I'm going to go with Awaken from Going for the One from 1977. It's another epic, kids. You know, and they were getting to that point where they're kind of growing out of that, but it's still a 15-minute odyssey. Church organ, it's very sublime, transcendent. I think it's fantastic. One of the best tracks from the record. Okay, number 5. Number 5, I'm going to go with, and I don't think anybody's mentioned this. I'm surprised Rand hasn't mentioned this. Starship Trooper from the Yes album, 1971.
I mentioned it.
Okay.
You're doing them all at once, Grant? Like all 10?
Oh, wait a minute. What did I just do? 10?
You're into
10,
your 5
9,
now.
8, oh, forget it. I'll wait.
10 through 6.
I'm all worked up.
He's the host. He can do whatever he wants.
I can do whatever the hell I want.
Well, I know that. I just
So my number 5 will be Starship Trooper, but we'll wait. I just keep going.
Okay.
Rich, go ahead. What's your next 5?
Again, I'm going album by album because it's hard for me to say what my all-time favorite Yes song is. So I kind of cheat and I just do album by album. But I'm going to continue with Fragile and Heart of the Sunrise. I love that really heavy riff in it. And I feel like Yours Is No Disgrace is a song they couldn't have done without Steve Howe. They couldn't have done Heart of the Sunrise without Rick Wakeman. I think he's incredible on that. So, and plus, like I said, I really love that heavy riff.
Mobile Fidelity.
Yeah. Moving on, I'm going to go to Going for the One, and I'm going to go for the title track, which I was psyched when I saw them at the State Fair a few years ago that they opened up with that song, and I was really thrilled. To me, that was just kind of like them going back to like more, I don't know, simple music and stuff. And I like the guitar riff for it. I think Steve Howe should get a writing credit for that song. And my favorite lyric, it's the one he has right out of the solo. And for years, I couldn't figure out what he was singing without the lyric sheet. But now the verses I've sung don't add much weight to the story on my head, so I'm thinking I should go around a punchline. I just really like that line for some reason. It's very cool.
It's about sports, Rich.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go with Parallels. That's always been one of my favorite Yes songs. Love the organ in it. And it's just, I don't really have too much to say about it, but it's one of my favorites. Gonna go on to Tormato. That was my introduction to Yes back in 78 or 79. And I think I've always been really partial to that album. And I also associate it with Light Bright, the game Light Bright. So I see it as a very colorful album. And I'm gonna go with Release, kind of one of their heavier rockin' songs. And I love that instrumental section where Alan White has that drum solo and they've got that fake crowd noise. And then Steve Howe comes in with that really cool solo. So yeah, I really love that song. And then for my last choice, this may actually be my all-time favorite Yes song. And a lot of people will be like, but Arriving UFO.
Look at that. Rand,
I love that song. I love that song. I like that almost every instrument sounds like a synthesizer. Like even the drums, like in the bass and the guitar. I didn't think there was any guitar in the song because Steve Howe, his guitar sounds so much like a keyboard on that you know. But yeah, I adore that song. On my radio show, that's one of the songs I've played the most doing radio for 40 years. That's one of my
Nice.
most played songs. So
Bless your heart. Bless your heart.
yeah.
Love it.
So anyhow, so that's my other five.
Rich is doing God's work, ladies and gentlemen,
That's
by
Nice.
another one they
playing
never
Arriving
played
UFO. What?
for me. I never got to see Arriving UFO. I was really bummed.
Well, you're still living. You'll be all right. All right, cool. Excellent, Rich. Fantastic. Arriving UFO. This may set the yes community on fire, but we're going to take it. All right, let's throw it over.
Thank you.
Let's throw it over to Tim Derling. Let's see if he's got Tormato at his number one spot. All right, Tim Derling, take it.
I do really like Tormato, but I don't have any more songs from it. I do have some honorable mentions if we've got time for those. But
Sure.
so my number 5 has already been mentioned, and it is Sound Chaser from this oddly strange but wonderful album, Relayer. And for those that are curious, the Gates of Delirium take up Program 1, Program 2, and part of Program 3.
I bet.
Which the rest of Program 3 is half a Sound Chaser, and then Program 4 is the rest of Sound Chaser and To Be Over. Next up, Yours Is No Disgrace from the Yes album. Fantastic album. Now, I like things on the commercial side sometimes, a lot of the time. So it should surprise no one to see that my number 3 song is Changes. I think Changes is a really, really cool song. I love the contrast from the sort of bombastic opening to the really melodic, clean guitar that comes in. And my number 2 is a song that I have always loved ever since I saw the video on Much Music long time ago. And it's just them on a soundstage. But it's Tempest Fugit. I think Tempest Fugit is a wicked song. I love everything about it. And my number 1's going to throw everybody off because, like I said, I do like things on the commercial side. And even though I've only been a Yes fan for about 8 or 9 years now, like really a late bloomer, a song that I've always liked from them all the way back to 1987, listening to the radio, is Love Will Find a Way. I think that is a great pop rock song.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so this is a 45 that the sticker on it says, please return to London Weekend Television Music Services. I bought this used. It must have been like a library where you could take it out and write your name on it. Anyway, I think Love Will Find a Way is a great pop rock song in any situation, and I love the contrast between Trevor Rabin and John. I love John Anderson's voice as the end of the chorus, and I like the sort of the harmonica solo is a nice touch, and the mix of acoustic and electric. I just think it's a really cool song that should have done better than number 30 on the Billboard chart. So that's the rest of my top 10.
Wasn't that song written for Steve? Didn't Trevor Rabin?
Yeah, I've read that, and I can't. That doesn't sound like. I can't picture her singing that, but then again, I think Bernie Taupin and Martin Page wrote These Dreams with her in mind too.
Wow.
So everybody wanted to write songs for, but then Stevie Nicks does have a song called "Has Anybody Ever Written Anything for You?"
Well, all I can say is, Tim Derling, glad to see the big generators getting represented.
Yeah.
All right.
Ugly cover though. Ugly cover. I think it's
But it's not any different than 90125, really.
Well,
it's just a variation of that.
it's-
90125 is a little bit more simple. I think I don't know. Big generator. I just think it's ugly.
It's the Commodore 64 graphics.
Yeah.
For me, that's hard to.
Well, the
But like,
cover was different for the LP than the.
It's just a
CD.
different color.
yeah,
Yellow.
different color, but it's the same.
Blue.
Yeah, and I even find the credits hard to read.
Yeah.
It's all in that faux,
Yeah, it was
futuristic
the 80s,
fonts.
kids. It
Yeah.
was the 80s.
Yeah.
But excellent choice for number 1. All right, Bill Schuster.
All right, yeah, it's not on my list, but I do really dig "Love Will Find a Way," Tim. It's but I'm always happy to know where John Anderson is going to eat during the chorus. That just
Shay knew. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank God.
I never
we
knew
can go
I
on.
never knew what he was saying there until I got the album, and I'm like, it still doesn't make any sense, or does it?
But
It's
somehow
a Los
it works.
Angeles restaurant.
A lot of
In Hollywood.
cocaine. I'll just leave it at that.
All right, my number 6 has been mentioned. It is "Heart of the Sunrise" from Fragile. I love the intense opening, and the way it just breaks into that beautiful mellow John Anderson magic there.
Yeah.
My next two have also been mentioned multiple times from the Ugly Cover album, both from side one. I'll just throw them out there together. It's Yours Is No Disgrace, the Starship Trooper, of course. These have long been favorites. I can
Rand's
barely separate them.
Randy, you trying to hypnotize the panel, or what are you doing?
No, it's my mobile fidelity fragile.
Oh, he's showing off, kids. Oh, my.
Gold.
Yeah, I just want to say, I always liked the cover for the Yes album. To me, it's a humble cover, and that's one of the things I like about it. You know, it's like that was them back then. You know, they're like really had very little money at the time that album was made, so they didn't really, you know, and they're cramped in that little room, and that's kind of how it was for them back then. And it's just, I like how humble it is. You know,
Tony K broke his leg right on the way there. Tony K.
Oh, he did.
That's why his leg's in the cast. On the cover.
Oh. Show that again. Wait a minute. Show that again, Bill. His legs in a cast. Oh,
yeah. You see that white?
Yeah.
Oh, I never picked up on that.
Oh, yeah.
So this cover is historical. It's showing you right what was going on. Maybe ugly, but
sorry for interrupting. But
no,
anyhow,
it's all, we're loose. Hey, Bill. I mean, Rich, whoever you are, we're loose, so it's fine. Go ahead, Bill.
I've heard that about you, Grant.
I know. I am loose.
All right, my number two. This is my cheat for my top five. My number two, and this cover is not so lovely because I rescued this from a local gentleman's collection who passed away a couple years ago, so I left his name tagged on it. My number two is Tales from Topographic Oceans, the whole damned album, because I can't separate these songs. This is one complete picture, and I'm nowhere near Rand's level on this. I'm still discussing
How come I didn't
this
think
album.
of that? What the heck?
But
there's no rules here in the Contrarians, Rand. You could have done that.
Look how few
track.
Yeah, like this. So basically, it's one song per track, with the exception of Ritual is broken up between the third and fourth. But not a lot of titles on there, and yet this is you can feel there's a lot of tape inside of this.
So
that baby used to get stuck in my player a lot. That was really bad.
I bet. Yeah, it would be stretched.
So Tim, they didn't release that as like a 2 8-track set.
No, yes, songs. The live album is two tapes, but any copy of this that I've seen, and you can if you hold here's the Yes album, and here's Topographic Oceans. If you hold those, you can feel that Topographic Oceans has like twice as much tape inside of it.
Oh my God, I had no idea.
Wow.
120 minutes long.
Yeah, they really would have stretched the limit of of what one could hold. And Yes shows is one tape as well, but Yes songs must have been just that little bit too long, and they had to put it on 2 tapes.
Amazing. See, kids, we're trying to teach you stuff here. All right, cool. Bill, go ahead. We're learning to get there. It is.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, Bill.
From Tales, the full 4-sided story there, that thing of beauty, to something completely different. This is what would have happened if Gentle Giant actually had a hit. It's Leave It. Yeah. What in the hell is this doing as a top 40 hit in the 80s?
It's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, yes,
it's a great song.
I had no clue about Gentle Giant at that time, so I didn't make the connection then, but now I can't help but hear it. I absolutely love what they did there with, and to me, every time they come out of the a cappella sections and there's that kind of moment of silence, and then Alan White kicks in with that, the drum sound on that is just intense. I absolutely adore it. It just kicks my ass every time I hear it. So this is a perfect bizarre 80s radio hit, and I love this song.
I think that I think it had the momentum of coming after Owner of a Lonely Heart, which is why it did as well as it did, because I think It Can Happen is the more commercial sounding song, not to mention Hold On or Changes, but I think Leave It was the very next thing. Plus, the
novelty is always good, right? Novelty is always good
it's
when
different,
you're trying to make a hit single. Yeah.
And it gets your attention. And it had how many isn't there different versions of the video? Didn't they play them all on MTV when it premiered? Like this shot from different angles or something?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, would you say that Owner of a Lonely Heart, do you think that the reason that was such a big hit was due to MTV and the exposure? Because
God.
MTV played that over and over again.
God, yes. Heck yeah.
I heard the song before I saw the video, and I thought it was catchy.
Yeah.
Like even when I was only
into it,
I was only about 8 or 9 when I heard that, but I've always remembered it. You don't forget it as soon as you hear it. So I don't.
And the production tour de force of the first 10 seconds, right? You know, Randy Bachman always says, "Oh, to make a hit song, it's got to be instantly recognizable and grab your attention in like the first 4 or 5 seconds." Kind of.
White drums are just incredible on the beginning.
Owner of a Lonely Heart, check. It's the Randy Bachman method. Yeah,
and it's their only number one hit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. A number one song, like that's so, that says a lot right there. But I mean, it's a remarkable song. I mean, it's the first time I ever heard of a band called Yes. But then again, I was a kid. But
I loved it when it first came out. But the store I work at, they play 80s music. And I am so sick to death of hearing Owner of a Lonely Heart. That's one of the songs they have in heavy rotation. And it's like, I thought it was a great song when it first came out, but right now I am so tired of it.
Yeah, I get it. But it's still great.
That's a great song, though. Definitely. Yeah.
It's funny you're wearing a T-shirt that says "Burn."
I had a Yes shirt and I couldn't find it, so
I'm wearing a Primus shirt under this. I forgot.
Of course he is.
Got Voivod today.
I
The
got the Sabbath.
Birds,
That's
ladies
the
and
Rick
gentlemen.
Wakeman
Come
connection.
on. The
Show us your
Birds.
shirt. Oh, Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right.
That's my favorite
well, there's a
album.
Rick Wakeman connection with Black Sabbath, not that album. But
Yeah.
All right, Bill, where are we at? I'm sorry, Bill.
Leave It was my number one, and we
That
totally
was your
went on
number
a
one.
tangent.
All right, thank you. Sorry. We
Nice.
got on a tangent, ladies and gentlemen, but coming to the Contrarians and watching these shows, it's just like we're all hanging out at a record store talking stuff. So we do want to hear from you down below about what are your top 10 Yes tracks. So please leave a comment down below. Let's throw it over to the Prog Father, ladies and gentlemen, who is resting back with his hands. He is calm. He's collected. He's ready for his top 5. Go ahead, Rand.
Just want to say a couple of notes that I made in my head. John's heaviest vocal, I think, ever is in Order of the Universe. When he sings the verse, he sounds like he's trying to do heavy metal. I've never heard him ever do that in any other song.
Interesting. I'm going to listen to that.
That's on Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman Howe, of course. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Have you heard the a cappella version of Leave It, where there's no band?
Yes, it's on the Japanese.
Just the vocals. Oh, my God.
It's on the Japanese import.
That's insane. It's also, I do have that. The special edition of 90125.
You know what's funny is that in the USA that they did that, Rhino did that reissue campaign. What were they called? The Yes remasters.
yeah,
But they stopped at 90125. They didn't do
Big Generator.
Big Generator. They didn't do Yes songs, and they didn't do, oh my God, what's the other live album?
9012 Live the Solos.
No, they didn't do that one in Japan.
Yeah.
But what's the other one? Rand, help me.
Yes, shows.
Yes, shows. But in Japan, kids, they continued on that reissue program.
Yeah.
They had bonus tracks on those. So if you've got all the regular Rhino domestic issues, go and check it out because they continued on in Japan. Now, why they didn't continue on here in the States just sounds like something they would do here, doesn't it?
Japan gets it. That's all I get.
They get it.
I know
in 1999, you guys, I bought everything from the Yes album. No, Time and a Word. No, wait. The very first one. Time and a Word, Yes album, Fragile Close Edge. The whole thing all the way up through Big Generator on a company called Pacific Microsonics. And they're an HD CD that came out of Japan. They cost a fortune, but it was like in 1999. And it only did one run on these things. And a lot of people said, like people like Steve Hoffman and stuff, said they were really terrible sounding. But I never really got that. But it was like, I had to have them. You know what I mean? That's a Yes fan. I spent like $100 for all of them, but 99. I don't know what they would be worth today, but I'm not getting rid of them. I've got so many copies of these bands, of these
Ren,
albums.
what was that song again? What was the song you said you can hear silently falling in?
Turn of the Century on Going for the One
Yeah,
special
I'm gonna go
edition.
listen to that.
On the special
I did not
edition.
know that.
And also, there's rumors that that's Patrick Moraz on the keyboards and not Rick Wakeman. Because this was
Oh,
Is
way
that
before.
on the Going for the Rand? Is that on
Yeah,
the
it's on
Going
the
for
Going-
One?
yeah.
Okay.
It's on the Going for the One special edition with all the bonus tracks.
Oh, the Rhino one.
Here.
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
that
the
Rhino?
Rhino one. Yeah, that's Rhino.
Oh, so it's not the regular Turn of the Century.
No, it's called. It does say Turn of the Century, but it's called something else.
No, but it's not on the regular album version.
No. It's only
It's a bonus track.
Okay, all right.
I swear to God, that's Patrick Moraz. Also, they have another version of Does It Really Happen? And John Anderson's like doing vocalizations, not even really lyrics.
yeah, it's on the Tormato Deluxe.
Right.
And it's
right.
called something else, but it's the same. You could tell it's the same melody. Yeah, really weird. Also,
Yeah,
that
they had
weird
different titles. They had working titles,
Yeah.
and they changed
that
them.
weird that 9012 live the solos. I always
Yeah.
have to think about what that's called. I've got a CD of that on Friday Music that
Oh.
reissued a bunch of Yes albums, and it's
Oh.
got that album, but it's also got two of the live songs from the home video they put out from. I think some of it was filmed in Edmonton. At Northlands Coliseum, but it's got City of Love and It Can Happen. So it's actually got two more actual songs because that's such a strange album, that 9012 live solos, because it's mostly like solos, but I don't understand why they put it out.
Money.
Here's the
I have
DVD.
no idea.
Yeah. And they never put it, it's weird that they never put it out on CD originally.
No.
I never
Well,
understood
here's
that.
the DVD, you guys.
Yeah.
And they never put the CD
got-
out in
It's
Japan.
got more
which is
songs than the album. The album was an
Yeah.
EP. This has the whole concert.
Hmm.
It also has a bonus feature where some guy's getting his ass kicked by a roadie. I don't know why they filmed that. Really,
Well, why wouldn't you?
it messes up my heart every time I see it.
All right, Ranky. All right, where are you? All right.
We gotta
Talk
move on.
about a tangent, everybody.
Wow.
We got to move on.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Rand. Go.
Okay, my next. Okay, the Bill Bruford section of this album, which is short. They do long distance run around and a bass solo called The Fish. And I swear to God, I have come to the conclusion that this is the greatest bass solo known to man.
Oh,
The Fish. There's nothing else like it. Chris Squire is a monster. He's got Bill Bruford accompanying him on a lot of it, but everybody else backs off and goes and does other things. It's amazing. Amazing.
yeah,
And
those
when
damn
they put out
tracks.
when they put out those Progeny CDs, of course they left the Bruford stuff off because that wasn't the part of the tour that was on the Fragile tour, so they couldn't put those on there. But I would love. I've seen Chris Squire so many times do The Fish. Nothing ever came close to the one he does on Yes Songs. That is absolutely phenomenal.
All right.
Nice.
Anyway, I want to take this disc out again because it's too hard to put back. It's got one of those flip things with the little
Such a
catcher.
show off.
Real bastard to put back on. I'm going with South Side of the Sky on this.
That was one of my
It's
choices.
literally my favorite song on the album. I love this tune so much. The Steve Howe runs and that he does in between the vocals are just
Yeah.
oh my God. I was already playing guitar and I was going, how in the hell is he doing that? So I had to find out, but anyway, I love that. And then my last three are going to be real easy. They're all on this album.
Yeah. I wonder which three.
I can only imagine.
In order, if you can imagine. And You and I, Siberian Got True, and Close to the Edge. I mean, my God, to me, this is the greatest album ever made. It doesn't get any better than this. The sound on this is incomparable to anything I've ever heard in my life. Nothing comes close. Nothing. I don't know how Eddie Offer did this. And when you hear the stories about how they did the Close to the Edge song, where he had all these tape splices of stuff, and he was just going crazy trying to figure out how to put it all together. He literally took a pile of these tapes, little slip things like this, and he threw them up in the air, and then he went back down to the floor and just started splicing things together. And that's what we hear as the album. And another fun fact is, Yes never played that song in the studio. Bill Bruford didn't even get a chance to play it all the way through until the Anderson Bruford Wakeman Howe concert in 1989, 17 years later. I mean, it's
Amazing.
it's mind blowing that Close to the Edge holds together so well like that. It's just incredible. Oh, and then another thing too, when they go to Yes Songs and play that song, that's the first time we hear them do two weird things. They start And You and I out a whole different way than the beginning guitar part that Hal played. It just starts out on the Yes Songs album with that, that da 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 da, that part, which is like a climax later on in the song. That was weird because I saw the movie. In the movie, he does play that beginning guitar part on a Gibson SG double neck, and it just sounds really harsh. And then the other weird thing about it is that's the first time Yes changes the key at the end of Close to the Edge after all that soloing and stuff. They bounce it down one whole step. So they end the song in A flat instead of B flat. And when I went and saw Yes recently, they were actually putting up the advertisement on the program that said, or not the program, but the flyer. It said, "We don't drop the key."
That's interesting.
Lord, oh
So
my.
when they did the Close to the Edge album, that they played it completely right.
All right, cool.
I just thought that was so funny. Yeah, Close to the Edge, best album ever.
Excellent. All right, you heard it from the Prog father, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, he'll be signing autographs behind the shed after the show. All
I
right,
charge.
Martin, what's your final five?
Okay, number 5. This will come as a shock, but Open Your Eyes from Open Your Eyes. This is a much maligned Yes album. It's got Billy Sherwood inserted into the lineup. It's a tough album. There's no real official keyboardist on it. Billy plays guitar and keyboards. Harshly but brightly exciting recording on this, but I just love the pre-chorus and the chorus to this. This song is always stuck in my head. Yes fans really hate this record. Not a great
I love
answer on it. Yeah, I think it's good. It's a
Universal
pretty
Garden is
tough
great.
rock.
It's
What's that,
questionable.
Rand?
Go ahead, Rand.
I say
Oh.
Universal Garden is really good. I love that song.
Yeah.
Also, I own a surround sound version of that on CD.
Huh.
It's kind of rare, I think.
Cool, nice. Okay.
Got
And
everything.
next I've got And You and I from Close to the Edge. And just again, the production is so great on this. And it's just this, I suppose one of the cool things about Yes is they've got some really heavy, conceptually progressive rock songs with a lot of acoustic guitar in them, and that's kind of an interesting thing about this band. But yeah, absolutely epic. Then I've got Run to the Light from Drama. And again, that's the interplay in terms of the funkiness, the drums, the bass, and I feel like that's a moment on here that rises almost to Peter Gabriel levels of something, tone, melody, creativity. This is a really seriously well put together album where I feel like there's definitely like I say an approach to what Peter Gabriel, to me, almost every Peter Gabriel album to me is better than almost every Yes album to me. I mean, that's how much I love Peter Gabriel. So okay, number 2, I've always loved Going for the One from Going for the One. I love that strange little boogie intro to it, and the bass up the fretboard on it, and then the dropped beat, and then the way it collapses into that da-doon, 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 that with the bass drum and the snare drum, just that it's such an elegant section, and then it's got the breakdown part with the the descending fills on it and stuff, and then the massive swelling sort of almost in the round feeling exit to the song, and it's not that long, which is really cool. And then finally, I've got Close to the Edge from Close to the Edge. I feel like it had to be number one. I mean, this is widely considered by all polls the greatest Yes album of all time. I mean, greatest progressive rock album of all time. And I think most people will say Close to the Edge is the greatest. It even can win even more handily than greatest progressive rock album as greatest song of all time, because it does take up a whole side, and it's absolutely just thrilling start to finish. Just foreign, bizarre, fearlessly creative, all over the place. Hard to play, heavy. It's got everything in it. So yeah, that's my 5 through 1.
Excellent work. All right, cool.
Martin,
I'll go.
excuse me.
Wait a
Martin,
minute.
I got a fun fact for you about Run to the Light. Trevor Horn plays fretless bass on that song, and Chris Squire is on keyboards.
Wow, cool. Nice. I don't think I ever knew that.
I don't know if I'll be able to sleep tonight, Rand. All right, cool.
It's cool.
Awesome, Rand. All right, my number 5, I already mentioned this before, Starship Trooper from the Yes album. That's my number 5. You've got 3-part journey. It's folk rock, psychedelic jam. Surprise. Rand, did you even mention that?
What did you say?
Starship Trooper.
No, I didn't.
Oh, damn you. All right, cool. Well,
I
I'm
chose
mentioning
yours
it,
as
damn
no
it.
disgrace and perpetual change.
Well, you have to admit Starship Trooper is
Oh, I love it.
fantastic. All right, cool. From Close to the Edge, I'm going to go with You and I. What more can I say? It's been mentioned before. Great acoustic folk, symphonic builds. It's emotional. It has depth. It's a and the melodies on this track. I don't have to say anything.
Oh, and another thing real quick.
Okay.
That album is the
Yes.
first time that we hear Steve Howe use a pedal steel guitar. I just thought about that the other day.
My God. All right, kids.
Wow.
Can you look at this show? I'm just talking to the people watching. Can you get any more geekier than this? Maybe not.
Would hope not. We're talking about Yes.
I know.
I
Jesus.
love it.
Okay. My number 3, I'm going to go with Heart of the Sunrise from Fragile. Did anybody else pick that?
I did.
Rich, I love you more every day. Chris Squire's bass, the way this is, it shifts, abruptly shifts between things. Rick Wakeman on this track is absolutely stunning. Heart of the Sunrise, fantastic from Fragile.
And again, that's a song they couldn't have done with Tony Kaye. You know, it's
No.
like that was the advantage of getting Rick Wakeman, is that you
Oh,
could
yeah.
do all this fabulous stuff that was never done before on keyboards on a Yes album. So
I
yeah,
agree. My number 2, I'm going to go with Roundabout from Fragile, because when I was a wee lad taking up bass and I was a Paul McCartney, Chris Squire fanatic, there he is with the gold. Take the damn CD out, Rand, and shine it on us.
I already did it. It's too hard to put it
bass part. Wait a minute, calm down, Rand. Roundabout, for being like a kid, taking everything all in, was one of those tracks. You may look at it now and go, oh my God, we've heard that enough. But my God, that track, when I was a kid, I couldn't get enough of it, because that's one of the best Chris Squire bass parts of all time. Correct, Rand?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Hey,
sir. I knew.
speaking of that, I'm glad you brought that up.
Shit, I
because
triggered him. Go
on
ahead.
the studio album, there's an acoustic backing that Chris Squire plays with his bass. You can hear it. It's a higher note. So when they played it live, he always used an 8 string, a Rickenbacker or a Raney or whatever it was.
Well, probably then it was a Rickenbacker. He had that Rickenbacker
He
8
had a
string.
Rickenbacker, but it got stolen.
Oh, the white one?
Yeah. So that's why he went to the Raney.
Entwistle had one just like that one. All
Chuck
right.
Raney.
So anyway, Hammond organ on Roundabout, iconic. Oh my God, absolutely stunning. It's timeless, it's complex, but then it's radio friendly and it's commercial. Yes,
Have
is
you-
the only.
sorry,
What?
Joe, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, Yes is the only prog band that I think could combine it all in one package that wouldn't offend the masses. But my number 1, I'm going to go with Close to the Edge. I'm going to be like Martin Popoff. I think that's an 18-minute epic. That is their masterpiece. What more can I say? And I think most Yes fans think that's the number 1.
Best. Also, that song's got fretless bass on it. Most people don't really realize it when they do that big organ thing with Rick and everything, and then it comes in that da 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 da. All that's fretless bass on the studio, and when they come out into the organ solo, you can hear it really. If you listen real close and turn up your bass on the stereo, you can hear these sliding notes like this. They're very slow, and you can't do that with a fret bass. It would be going bump up all the way.
Right.
But when they do it live, he never bothered grabbing a fretless. He only used that in, like a Tales from Topographic Regions.
All right, kids, we're almost in an hour, but does anybody have any honorable mentions we can zip through real fast? Because I know you cannot just pick 10 yes tracks.
I got
Rich, you got anything?
5.
Oh,
Well, I'm
Whoever.
gonna go. Mood
we'll
for
just
a
go in
day.
the same order. Rich, you got anything?
Yeah, Mood for a Day. That came very close to making my top 10. Also, I like Beyond and Before.
Yeah.
And Onward from Tormato. I think that's a really beautiful ballad.
Yeah.
That's about the 3 that I can think of right now.
All right. Tim Derling, you got anything?
Yeah, I got a couple from Fragile that have both been mentioned. Roundabout. I mean, I love the fact that it was such a big hit, albeit edited, but I mean, it's an amazing song. South Side of the Sky. Yeah, I like it when John Anderson sings. I won't say aggressively, but in South Side of the Sky, Gates of Delirium, and Parts of Close to the Edge, he is singing with a little bit more oomph, and I like that vocal style. So those two. Back when I first started working in radio, which is around 94, we played The Calling all the time, and I still really like that song.
Nice.
I'm up and down on the album, but I do like The Calling as a song. I think that was yeah.
Do you like that? Do you like that long version of The Calling where they added the extra part in the middle? Have you heard
I'm used to the radio edit.
Wow.
Yeah, that bonus thing that they put out with the like when you buy Talk in the CD and you get the regular one in the beginning and at the very end they give you the long version. It's like 2 extra minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking, but for me it does not work.
It feels extraneous, like it doesn't need to be there.
I was DJing at a classic rock station when Talk came out, and I remember we played The Calling quite a bit. That was in heavy rotation, and it was the long version that we played too. So I think that's pretty cool.
All right, cool. Tim, that's all you had those?
I've got 2 more.
Go ahead.
Martin already mentioned it. I really like this album, so I'm going to go with We Can Fly. And like I said, I got into Yes late. I did not still don't like Heaven and Earth that much, but I was really glad when they announced they came out with a new album. So I'm going to say The Ice Bridge. I really like that song. So
great song.
That's all I got.
All right, cool. Bill Schuster, what you got?
I think I kind of already had my extras when I took this entire album. So
Took up all
we'll
of
count the other 3
record.
songs there from whatever one you want to say was my pick.
Now, I'm going to ask Rand what his tracks would be, but good God, brace yourself. Rand, honorables. Try to keep it together and don't fall
These
apart.
are honorables, right?
Yes.
Of course. Okay, Gates of Delirium. Should Be Over's okay, but one of my favorites. I'm going to go crazy and pick something you guys are going to go nuts. The Ancient. I love The Ancient.
Well, Bill Schuster already picked the whole damn thing. So
proggy. The steel guitar from Steve Howe on The Ancient is just, I love it. It never bothers me. I think it's great. Heart of the Sunrise, and I was going to say about this song that the day that Rick Wakeman auditioned for the band, they wrote Heart of the Sunrise. Is that amazing? Or
did
what?
you say that they made Rick Wakeman audition? You just give him the gig. You don't audition Rick Wakeman.
No, Steve Howe gave him a ride to the gig, and on the way home, Steve Howe said, "So I'll see you tomorrow at the studio." And Rick didn't even know he was joining. Yes, it just came in. They just said it, And and for this, I got to say, Starship Trooper, and then I'm going to do All Connected from Mirror to the Sky. I don't have a prop, and again with the Ice Bridge, I love that. I think the title track of Mirror to the Sky is really amazing. I love the new album. I think it's really good. I think it's a comeback, and they're working on another one right now that they say it's going to be even more exciting and more adventurous than Mirror to the Sky. So Go
All right,
boys.
cool. Excellent. Oh, all right. Martin, do you have anything? Do you want to?
Yeah, I had Machine Messiah from Drama get bumped just at the
Yeah.
bottom end. And
That's
then the other funny thing that happened is I kept hammering on checking out every single song on 90125, and none of them made the top 10. They all got bumped. And I just felt really bad because I love that album. I thought I'd have a couple in here and I had none. It was odd. But yeah, I love, pretty much everything on that record, and none of them made it. So yeah, all of 90125 would probably show up in the next probably 15 to 20 tracks.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, kids, there you have it. Could we get any more geekier for an hour? Well, probably, but it is what it is. We do want to hear from you down below. What are your top 10 favorite Yes tracks? We do want to know. We're just keeping it interactive. We're a community here.
Whose idea was this?
Mine.
Thank you.
Let's salute Rich because you made Rand's day.
Thanks, Rich.
All right.
Anyway, if you'd like to be on these panels, we'd love to have you. We have a Patreon. If you would like to support the channel that way, please do. The link is down below. We'd love to have support. If that's too much commitment, we do have a Ko-fi. Buy us a pint or a cup of coffee. We'd appreciate that. We are just here talking music, and that's what it's about. We're here trying to turn you on to stuff. So like I said, give us your favorite Yes tracks down below. Hell, give us your favorite Yes albums. It's all good. We're going to check it out. Anyway, gentlemen, Rich, Tim, Bill, and Rand, and Mr. Popoff. We will see you on the next one. What's next? God only knows. We're cranking stuff out.
Man.
That's on my channel, Rand.
Oh yeah, right.
Well, on Thursday night, it's 10 favorite Rush songs.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
10
I'll be on
favorite-
that one.
All right.
Yep.
For all
Me
you
too.
Rich fans, he'll be here. He'll sign autographs too. All right, everybody. We will see you. Keep it clean. We'll see you on the next one.
All right. Thanks, guys.